Howdy, y'all. Welcome to Week 14 of NFL Game Pickers.
Oh, man. Yes, it's week 14. Thank you, Chris, for that great introduction.
You're welcome, Austin.
We're back in person. Always great. I love being in person with you guys.
Wish I could say
last week was rough. Oh, dude, some
kidding,
shade.
just kidding.
Last week was rough. We tried doing it virtually. It did not work. I had these guys send me videos. So if you saw that game pick video, I applaud you because it's pretty choppy. It's pretty bad. Not my best work, but we made do with the worst of the
Definitely
situation
your worst
we're in.
work, though.
Okay, thanks, Chris. All right, week 13. First of all, who would have thought, heading into week 14 that my team, the Miami Dolphins,
Wow.
start off
Had
1-7
to bring it
would
up,
be the
eh?
best of our three teams.
Yeah, it is pretty shocking, honestly. Like, no
I
cap.
told you guys were sleeping on the Dolphins. I understand they went
No,
through
I
a really
was-
bad stretch. To be fair, they did go through a really bad stretch. They lost 7 straight games, but then after, they've won 5 straight. So, I mean, and
I wasn't sleeping on them. I just
Hey.
wasn't picking them anymore because they were really bad for a while.
it happens. It happens.
But, going into the year, I thought they were going to be a good team. I had them coming in second in the division.
Are
which
you surprised by
doesn't-
their efforts as of late?
Yeah, they could still win. They could still beat
They still
out
have
the
a chance.
Patriots, perhaps. Especially with a rookie quarterback, you never know.
The
But
Bills definitely messed up those
Bills
odds though
too?
on
Bills too?
Monday.
About that one.
Well,
You
they
guys got skunked by
the-
the Bills, though,
the
so that's
Dolphins.
worrisome.
Okay, relax. The Dolphins still have a chance to make it in the playoffs, but the Bills definitely hurt that by not winning on Monday night. We need the Patriots to lose as much as possible,
Yeah.
and the Bills to pretty much win the division, so we can just get that wild card spot. But that's all good. What about your guys' teams?
I feel like you just couldn't wait to get that shit out right there, dude. Like that was a part of the segment right there. That wasn't in our program.
I know.
Now it
That
is.
we were blindsided.
But no, man, I've been riddled with injuries literally every single week. So I sort of watched the season. I'll probably say week
Say
7.
what?
Week 7, I sort of knew it was over, but
It's not over.
you're still a competitive guy. You like to see your team compete, and
Yeah.
we have been for the most part. You just
I feel like you guys, barring all these injuries, have still remained to still find a way to compete with people, which is really hard, especially like in a league that's as competitive as the NFL. It's like when you're so backed up with injuries, you don't have your best wide receiver, you don't have your best option for quarterback. I'm not saying the best quarterback, but you don't have your best option for quarterback. I mean, it definitely you keep on compiling these things.
Down
Alvin
both your
Kamara's been hurt a
tackles.
lot. Your defense dealing with injuries. Your offensive line is just a lot of injuries. So I do
Well,
feel for you.
in my
Yeah, man,
opinion,
yeah.
DJ, I know you
hard out
say
here for a pimp.
injuries is why you lost, but I don't think you're gonna win very many games if your quarterback throws 4 interceptions either.
But he threw them at the end. If you watch the whole game, he threw the picks. The 3 picks came at the end of the game. It's not like we were still in the game literally the whole game until the 4th quarter.
Yeah.
And that's when it just came apart. He threw the pick 6 definitely hurt, but then by that time when he threw the other 2 picks, the game was already over. So it didn't really.
Yeah. Well, I can relate. Our
Yeah.
quarterback threw 4 interceptions as well last week.
Andy Dalton did
And-
not look good.
No, and
Time
we
for
lost.
Nick Foles, baby.
I don't think he's looked good at all this year, honestly, in my
Time
opinion.
for big Richard Foles.
But yeah, like I told you guys, I couldn't watch the game, so I couldn't really tell you about anything.
Yeah, I sent
that
you a score
happened.
update. It was
Yeah.
like 21-7 or 0 at that time. I was just like, okay, it's
But
bad.
I was happy to see that the Lions won and that they're not gonna go winless. Texted my dad and he said, "Yippee!" So dot. He wasn't really thrilled, but
Papa Wright is a big Detroit Lions fans for
Yeah.
any of you guys who do not know.
yeah.
Let's go over some leaderboards. DJ, would you do the honors of leading us off?
You already know Big Dog been on top for the longest, for as long as I can remember, with 125 wins with 69 losses.
Not bad, not bad.
Yeah.
In second is my cousin Matt. He's 23-71. I'm right behind him, 122 and 72. Me and Matt had the best week last week, going 10-4. And then Steve is also tied with me, 122-72. And then we have a 2-way tie for 4th place. And if you can guess who it is, he's coming up next.
'Tis me, Chris. Yeah.
It's so funny with that, bro.
I started off high. You know, I think I was in first place for a minute there.
Week 2, and then after that, just
But you know,
collapsed.
Eddie and I are tied. So shout out to our boy Eddie. Hopefully you're still a listener, even though you're not on anymore. We miss you.
We do.
But
Appreciate you continuing to make picks.
yeah, we're still at the bottom though, man, and we definitely can't let Austin beat us because we'll never hear the end of it. So hopefully we have a better week this
It's
week.
because I'm not the superior game picker, but I'm right there. I'm right there. So, but without further ado, let's get into Week 14's games, and we lead it off with an interesting game. I wouldn't say the best game to have, but it's an interesting game nonetheless. We have the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Minnesota Vikings, and both teams. Steelers actually have a winning record, surprisingly, 6-5-1, and then you have the Vikings 5-7. Mm-hmm. So by no means this is not like a big game, but both teams are still fighting for a chance to make some playoff happen, and I hope it actually does happen for one of these teams.
But
but
not the Steelers.
just not the Steelers. Who are you going with here, DJ?
Unfortunately, I am going with the Steelers. The Vikings, bro. The Vikings, damn near all their games. So 11 of their 12 games have been decided by one possession, and the Steelers have played in 7 close games this season, and they're 6-1. So you got one team that can finish. One team can finish, and the other team
has shown that they've been very competitive in close games, but be able to close it out. Yeah.
So
that's actually interesting. That's really good. Maybe it goes to 6-2, because I don't know. I don't want the Steelers.
Plus it's primetime Kirk Cousins too.
Oh my God!
I forgot to throw that little nugget out there.
DJ, stop giving me more and more information. You're making my pick way harder to do. Because coming into this, I was really torn on this game and a lot of these games, but mostly this game because, like DJ said, this team is inconsistent when it comes to getting these close game wins, and that's something I've been preaching all season long. Is the Vikings cannot close out these games, and we saw it last week to a winless team in the Detroit Lions.
Yeah.
Do they bounce back and close out the game?
No.
They have to. They have to, right?
I think they bounce back. I'm taking the Vikings since you're taking all day to pick.
I'm just trying to add more into this game.
No,
bro.
I know. I think it's gonna be a good game too, honestly. But the Vikings do have some questionable people that are pretty big on the offense, and Thielen and Cook. So if you pick the Steelers, I don't blame you, but I think Vikings are gonna win at home.
I think Steelers have to be the more solid choice.
And I know you pick real quick. I know you're talking about Kirk Cousins and how bad he normally is. He's actually having a pretty good year.
I'm going with Steelers.
But on primetime, he's 1-4. So
I'm just saying, until now, this year, he's having this is probably his best year.
Up until
I'll
recent,
agree with you that.
This is probably his best year of his
up until
career.
recent times, like Kirk Cousins has been notoriously horrible on.
And it's
primetime
usually
games.
Monday night too.
Yeah.
I think he's like 0-8 on Mondays.
I think he finally got a primetime win like in the last 2 years.
Season or something. Yeah.
He had the game ball and he got it framed allegedly.
And
You
he's
probably
not-
said you like that.
And he's not vaccinated.
Huh?
Oh yeah.
What'd you say?
I said, and he's not vaccinated.
Okay. I mean, that's his choice. I don't know.
I just like being controversial.
Oh, well, thanks. Well, let's get into the first Sunday game. DJ, you can lead this one off for us because it's within your own division. So, the first game of Sunday
is the Atlanta Falcons going to face the Carolina Panthers. This game right here, I would love to pick the Atlanta Falcons, but I just can't find it in my heart to pick the Falcons. They
both teams are 5-7, so it makes the choice a little bit harder.
Matt Ryan is
He's way better than Sam Darnold.
Well, not only that, if everything is that's pretty much it, honestly. Because if the teams are equal in everything compared, it'll come down to the quarterback. Who would you rather have? Matt Ryan or Sam?
Because is Christian McCaffrey back on IR?
Yeah, he's done for the season.
Okay, so pretty much when you look at it, both teams, I take the Falcons easily because they have the better quarterback. They have the better running back, surprisingly, Cordero Patterson.
Pretty sure they have. Dude, I miss him, honestly. But I'm pretty sure they
made some
have.
big plays for the Bears. So yeah, I'm going Falcons.
They use him a lot better than we did too, but I think Falcons have a better defense too for sure.
For the recent time, Cordero Patterson has never really been like, okay, let's scheme like some things for him. He's just like, okay, let's make some gimmick plays here and there, and that's it, you know. But the Falcons are actually using him, which is pretty interesting.
So he came and talked to Laura like while I was working that game.
Mm-hmm.
Dude is massive, bro. Like,
who, Patterson?
Yeah. Dude, he's yoked, bro.
Yeah.
Like he's got like arms the size of normal people's legs, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Speaking of Cordell Patterson, he worked the Atlanta Falcons Jacksonville Jaguars game 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, two weeks ago, I think. It was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going with the Falcons. Matt Ryan in person has a really pretty big forehead.
I think all quarterbacks do.
Yeah, so I think he's going to use that brain power to get a win.
DJ, the pressure is on you. You're going with the Falcons?
Yeah, I already picked the Falcons.
Okay.
I thought I led. Yeah, I picked the Falcons.
You have to make sure we
Bird gang.
Bird gang. You have to make sure we let our boy Hank here know because, as you see, I'm not the one behind the scenes controlling everything. So bear with us.
DJ is picking the Atlanta Falcons. I hate to say I'm picking the Falcons. So.
I hear it like echoing. That's it. All right, Hank, we're ready for the next game, which is the Baltimore Ravens at the Cleveland Browns. Is the AFC North matchup, and the AFC North is surprisingly competitive. Like you have the Baltimore Ravens, who are 8-4, who are leading the division. And then right behind them is the Bengals 7-5, and then you have the Browns 6-6, and then the Steelers 6-5-1. So it's pretty much anyone's division. It's pretty tight. This division, and I think the AFC West is pretty much the same way, barring what happened last week with the Chiefs and the Broncos. But yeah, pretty much Baltimore versus Cleveland. This is a good AFC North matchup. I'm gonna go with the Ravens. I know you're gonna go with the Ravens, DJ. You gotta stay with the flock, right?
Of course. But Baker Mayfield is like horrible against the Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
1-4.
Just in general, he's bad.
Yeah.
I was just waiting for some slander from Chris.
Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong.
I'm picking the
Come on,
Ravens.
man.
The Browns aren't.
They're favored.
The Browns are favored.
Mm-hmm.
It's because it's home.
I'll take that.
They're the
take
home
that
team.
spread.
That's why.
What's the spread? What are they favored by?
Ravens.
Well, DJ, since you wanted to know the spread, it is 2.5.
2.5. I'll take that. Well, I'm taking the
You take
Ravens
the
to
Ravens?
win anyway. So yeah.
With 2.5 or without 2.5?
I'm taking them.
I'll take them either way. I'm going with the Ravens as well.
It's a clean sweep for the Ravens here by us. All three of us are going Baltimore Ravens.
Although they just lost Humphreys for the year.
Yeah, Marlon Humphreys out for the year.
And he's one of the better corners in the league.
Yeah,
he's really good.
Surprisingly, I think it was after.
He hurt himself again.
I think it was after the Thursday night game. I know it has nothing really to do with this matchup, but Marlon Humphrey shouted out Jalen Waddle. He's like, yeah, he's gonna be top 10 next year, which is pretty high praise for one of the best cornerbacks in the NFL, surprisingly. But besides that, this is a pretty bitter rivalry. You had the Baltimore Ravens, who used to be the Cleveland Browns, and then they moved to Baltimore and became the Ravens, and then the Browns became a team again. So it will be interesting. I don't think the Browns have enough to do to win this game.
They have a good defense. And
they have a good defense, and they have a great running game.
And Lamar Jackson has thrown more interceptions than he has touchdowns.
Lamar Jackson has been looking rough lately.
And they're at home.
Mm-hmm.
And they're good against the run and getting after the quarterback. So, like, if you do pick Cleveland, it's strictly on the defense. No Jarvis Landry.
Running attack.
Even with the running attack, like
I think they got Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt back.
You just play the run though the entire time.
I mean, you can play it all the time, but you know, like at some point it's gonna break loose. Like one guy's gonna miss and boom, touchdown, Nick Chubb, 60 yards.
That's one touchdown though.
Okay, but you know that's
you shut him out the rest of the time, you're fine. But I get what you're saying.
The mistakes can pile up, you know, like so it could easily be a close game.
But they're without Jarvis and their center, so.
I feel like the Ravens, like you mentioned, have been sliding, especially due to the performance of Lamar Jackson. But if you really want to be one of those good teams, you win in this time of the year, December, you know, all that stuff. So, yeah, I don't blame any of us for going Ravens. I think one better team, two. They just historically are just better. Next, we have an NFC East battle.
Weast?
Weast?
Did you say Weast?
I said East first and foremost.
I'm just kidding. It was a SpongeBob joke, dude. Come on, bro.
Dude, come on, bro.
Get with the program. DJ
but-
got it. That's how you know he's real.
DJ is trying to correct me that it was the Baltimore Colts. The Baltimore Colts moved to Indianapolis, so they were without a football team. Then the
Yeah.
Browns moved to Baltimore, became the Ravens. So
I
you,
think
sir,
they
are wrong.
Oh.
Know your NFL history, my boy. I
Well-
appreciate you trying to be low-key on the side, though, but I didn't mean to put you on
Well,
blast.
you know, I was like, well, shit. I don't know.
I know that this game is going to be a good one, eh?
Yeah, the Dallas Cowboys versus the Washington football team.
Divisional matchup.
You tell us, Cowboy.
Washington. Yeah. Well, dude, I guess I have to take the Cowboys. And it's got an American flag,
Yeah.
America's team. Oh, man, I'm trapped.
Oh, dude.
I was just about to advocate for the football team, but
Go ahead, bro. Nothing's stopping
I'm
you.
gonna
Just
go-
because your apparel is saying one thing, it doesn't
I'm
mean you can say
gonna
the
go
other.
Cowboys. You know, I'm gonna roll with it. Football team, 4-game win streak though. Just saying.
They've been one of the hottest teams in the NFL right now.
Fitzpatrick's still out for the year.
Yep. Doesn't matter. Taylor Heineke's balling.
Heineke.
What do you mean?
I'm
He's
not
literally
so-
like 90% of the reason they're winning games.
I'm not. You guys like him that much?
Well,
I've been
I
on the
mean-
Taylor Heineke train for a minute now.
He's not horrible.
That's
He's
what I
not-
said. But is he good? Is he like sustainable? Is he?
I'm not gonna try to
start.
He's a better thrower than Ryan Tannehill. He's a better quarterback than Ryan Tannehill. And I'm willing to,
Fitzpatrick or Tannehill?
well,
Or
both. Ryan Tannehill and Fitzpatrick. I'm willing to. Ryan Tannehill is just a
Jeez.
play action like.
That's a double shot at you,
Yeah,
man.
for real, dude.
Oh.
Bye, bye.
But I am going Dallas though, Hanky.
This is pretty tough. I want to hear what you have to say about this game, DJ.
The football team will win one of these two games, but I'm having a hard time seeing them win 5 games in a row. But I'm really up in the air. I want to pick the Dallas Cowboys, honestly. But
Because I mean, the football team has played pretty notable opponents among this streak. I mean, they've played. Just the one I can really name off my head is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and they made Tom Brady frustrated. So, you know, when you can put one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL in a situation that he's uncomfortable, imagine what you can do to what people would say is an up and coming quarterback in Dak Prescott. So
I think he's here.
he's up there.
Been
Yeah,
good.
he's pretty good. But I'm
I
saying
wouldn't say
like
he's up and coming anymore.
Yeah,
he's,
But he is good. I get what you're
people
saying.
contemplate whether he's like top 10 in the league though.
I would have to say probably
close
just
to it.
without rattling off 10 quarterbacks. I think he probably is.
He's close. If he's not in there, he's like 11, 12. You know.
So you're going Dallas?
This one's really hard, man. I mean, I like what Washington's doing right now. I feel like they're kind of finding that stride, but you're facing a tough team in the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, DJ, you know from last week alone, like the Dallas Cowboys.
they
played down to you guys.
They gave us every reason to win that game, honestly.
And even then, you guys still didn't win. So like, that was them without Mike McCarthy. Come on, Hank. Come on, Hank. Come on, Hank.
I don't think Mike will make. Well, like I say, I don't think Mike's not
Oh,
really a
bro.
player
Hold on.
coach.
It's all good, bro. You don't have to be a dick.
I'm messing with him, bro. Relax.
He didn't think you were, dude. Look at his face. He was heartbroken.
It's not easy what he's doing right now, bro.
Okay, so rewind.
We're good. Put it on me. All right. Yeah, Mike McCarthy was out for this past game against the Dallas Cowboys, against the Saints, and who's their defensive coordinator? Dan Quinn, right?
Yeah.
He was on the sideline for the first time in a long time because he likes being up in the box, and he had a lot of energy for this Dallas Cowboy team. I think McCarthy comes back this week.
Yeah,
I like
but-
Dan Quinn better than McCarthy,
Yeah,
honestly.
but it's not like a. I feel what you're saying in the sense that you're a head coach, but honestly, I don't think you're. What they say, you're not that guy. Pal.
Yeah.
You're not that guy.
Yeah.
You're not that guy.
He lost his job in in Atlanta for a reason.
Who? Dan Quinn?
Dan Quinn.
Yeah.
Well,
But
you
he's
say the
also
same
had
about
some good
Mike.
teams.
Mike McCarthy been out in the league forever.
Yeah, but he got a bowl. He got a Super Bowl ring.
Was it his ring or Aaron Rodgers' ring?
I think
It doesn't matter, bro.
Dan Quinn never won a ring.
No, he did.
No.
Well, he won as a D coordinator with the Seahawks, but
Yeah.
the Falcons.
Are you gonna
lost.
question Trent Dilfer's ring?
But since yes, I am honestly because
Good.
that was the Ravens' defense.
Yeah.
But it's not like you see.
Yeah,
There's a
but-
thing. I can see if it's a coach like an emotional coach or like a smart schematic coach.
Mhm.
But when you think of when you hear the press conferences and stuff, when you're cutting up his shots, it's not like, what does he give you? That's
McCarthy?
like, yeah.
Yeah. No.
So
Using all this jargon. Assad is a sound on tape.
Yeah.
A recorded
Yeah.
extra byte. But no, I think he's right back where he belongs. And just not everybody's meant to be a head coach.
Mhm.
And
I think he handled the situation. well,
and
though.
the Seahawks defense, when they won the Super Bowl, was like a historic defense.
Mhm.
So I think he's right back where he's comfortable. This is his first year back with Dallas, I think, or second.
Like his first year as a
First full year
defensive
as a
coordinator
D coordinator.
coordinator.
So like,
after being a head coach in
yeah,
Atlanta.
I think it's only gonna start looking better for him,
Mhm.
and I don't think McCarthy's there long term.
well, that's what you're
Yeah.
sort of in agreement with me, but you're
Yeah.
like playing mediator to
Well,
both sides.
well,
too.
also then he also
You don't
helped
like,
lead
Quinn?
Atlanta to the Super Bowl
No, I'm
with
talking
having
about
a
Mike
great
McCarthy.
defense and an
Yeah.
MVP, Matt Ryan. So,
I
you
don't
know,
know if Matt
double-edged
Ryan
sword
should've
there.
won MVP that year, but yeah.
I'm just saying, like it's factual.
nice guy. but yeah.
And Shanahan was if we're doing that,
Oh,
Mike
man,
Shanahan
here
was
we
the
go.
what we just bringing it up.
We
I'm
open
like,
up the Pandora's box,
Shit,
baby.
I mean, Mike Shanahan. All right, yeah, let's go.
All right,
Like, trying to
who
tell
we
me
going
Sean
with
Payton's
here?
a good coach
I'm
now,
still torn
too.
between. DJ, you going Dallas or Washington?
Yeah, I'm picking Dallas.
You're going Dallas. Let's make it a clean sweep across the board with the boys. We're all going Dallas.
It is worth mentioning. I did say they'll win one of these two games. Don't know which one it is though. Football team, this is their first.
They'll split 'em?
divisional. Yeah, they'll split the
Mm.
divisional series.
Because have they played Dallas yet? Or
No, this is their
This is the
first
first
Dallas.
time?
Yeah.
First
Interesting.
battle of the year, buddy.
In Washington?
and then I think
Yeah, no, I'm still going Dallas. I think Dallas is too hot right now. If
then they play the Eagles, then they play Dallas at home, and then they play the Eagles again,
okay.
and then they play the Giants.
The
Who
football team.
scheduled these games for them? Why do they have divisional
Divisional.
games?
Divisional.
The last
That's rough.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks.
I think there's a lot of divisional games, including this next one. This time is coming from the AFC South.
Pretty easy.
Pretty easy game, but let's give Hank some time to update the graphic, and then we'll go. But we
You
have
can
the
just keep
Jacksonville
talking. You don't have to
Jaguars
bring it up.
versus the Tennessee Titans. I just gotta let the people know that we're not rushing here. Yeah, pretty easy. I think we're all going Tennessee.
Yeah.
All right.
Tannehill's not had a good year though, but he's had a lot of injuries to his wide receiver
yeah.
core and tight ends and offensive line. So I don't know if it's right to judge him, but it hasn't had a good year for sure. And neither has Trevor Lawrence, but he's also a rookie.
Yeah.
But I am going with Tennessee Titans.
Yeah, I'm going with Tennessee as well.
They have a-
Ditto.
yeah.
I think it's tough for Tennessee to, stay in the runnings as one of those upper competitive teams in the NFL right now because they're, like you said, so many injuries. Like same thing with the Saints, but like I feel like if Tennessee's healthy, like they're number one seed in the AFC and all that good stuff.
The Titans had a good enough cushion to afford to sustain
Yeah.
some losses. And that's what that is.
Also,
Because the AFC is definitely catching up.
Yes,
it is
the Patriots have the number one seed now.
it's still
in the
pretty
East. I mean the AFC.
still
In the
pretty
AFC.
interesting to note. Derrick Henry still
Second.
third. Is he? I think
Yeah,
he's third.
Last
now
time I saw
in
it was
rushing.
second, but he's probably
Yeah.
third now.
Here, I'll
I
look
saw
right now. I got it
second.
pulled up. Hold on.
I love it. I love it. Every week the NFL posts.
He's
his,
third now. Yeah, Mixon got him last game.
Oh, okay.
Pretty interesting though that
He
he's
ain't
been
played
out. What is
since
this?
week
Fourth.
8. Yeah, he been out since week 8.
So this is what 5 weeks now, and he's still third. Jeez.
That's how you.
But yeah, it's pretty interesting that that he's still that far up there. Injuries all across the board. Tennessee is kind of a sinking ship, I think, but good enough to beat Jacksonville, who has yet to win on the road. So I'm still gonna roll with the Titans.
Yeah, man. Tennessee's not like a. Or Jacksonville's not like a, oh my God,
They're young.
Maybe one day, but
The
not
one thing about
not
the
this year.
Jaguars is that they're young. You got to give them a little bit more time to develop. I think they have a bright future. They're just young. I mean, their lead back, what should have been their lead back, Travis Etienne. He got hurt before the
I don't
season
know
even
if
started.
that's
But
true.
James Robinson is a stud.
James
I don't
Robinson
think they
would've
should be
been-
I
replacing
think
James Robinson.
Etienne would have played more of slot than anything.
Okay, and like a third down
or
back.
like a dual.
Because
back,
I really
yeah.
like James Robinson. I think he's a stud.
I was kind of mad when they took Etienne, but
Mhm.
He's a good weapon. Like,
Yeah.
it's not like he's a bad player.
He's no scrub.
So,
It sucked that you got him.
I was kind of mad because literally, like, now you have to pay a running back a first-round salary when you have James Robinson, who just rushed for 1,000 yards,
And
who
he
was like
undrafted.
wasn't he like 7th?
He was a late
round?
picker, undrafted
I
one.
think it was
Yeah.
a 4th round pick.
Yeah, he was a late pick.
Here, I can tell you right now.
Well, we got the next game. We got the Las Vegas Raiders versus the Kansas City Chiefs. This division is real tight. Aside from the Denver
what
Broncos
she
now
said.
finally dropping to last place, pretty much every team had the same record. But the Chiefs remain on top, 8-4. They finally separated themselves a bit, but the Chargers are right behind them, 7-5. So any divisional game in this AFC West is going to be a tough one. One that you don't want to, fall too far behind in. And I think the Chiefs can still run away with it, but the Chargers, I feel like, are the ones that are going to be on their tail. So I'm going to go with the Chiefs this game against the Raiders. Like we've mentioned a lot, the Raiders have had a lot of issues in terms of just situations happening in their building,
Yeah.
Don't have to get too deep into it.
Nah, for sure. People probably know what's going on
Yeah,
by
by
now.
this point.
I'm going Kansas City at home. Like we mentioned before, I've been high on Kansas City all year, even though they kind of had a little bit of a slide, but they've won, 5 games in a row now. So I think they win at home, although this game is, I think, more important for the Raiders to stay relevant.
Yeah.
But I don't
Like,
think.
if you asked which team, does this game mean more to, 100% it's Raiders. Because
Yeah,
the Chiefs
I
can
think
afford
so.
to lose this game and still manage to win the division. Like, the Raiders need this to, 1, stay in the playoff hunt, 2, possibly win the division. So
The Chiefs could win the AFC conference too, potentially still.
I think they're up there for first place with the Patriots.
Yeah, Patriots just have one win on them, but they could be tied after this week.
We're both the Chiefs, by the way.
Make that 3, amigos. The Raiders only had 10 points the last time they played in Week 10, so they were smacking them around. That's when we were like, "Oh, Kansas City found their groove back there." And then they're talking about they're winning with defense. Now,
They pretty much haven't looked back. And Daniel Sorensen's finally getting interceptions, making plays. No more Tyrann Mathieu. What the hell are you doing, bro? So that's good to see. We have a very interesting game for the next one, unless you guys want to stay on this one.
No, I think the
Said your
next
piece?
game's easy.
Yeah,
Easy pickings.
DJ, you have any influence on what the next game is?
Yeah, man. This is a good old-fashioned Big Easy. The New Orleans Saints taking their talents to New Jersey, right? And playing the Jets. Yeah, they're taking their talents facing the Jets. Part of the reason I wore this old throwback jersey, man.
Vilma.
He played for both teams.
Yeah,
Correct, Austin.
but
Thank you.
part of the reason why I wore this whole jersey. But yeah,
Go ahead and show
I'm
off the jersey.
picking- oh, it's an old Vilma jersey. Shout out to that guy.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, he watches a lot.
This guy knows football. All right. I think we all know who we're going with here. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Jets.
Saints, man.
I was going to go Jets, bro.
But
You know.
every time, not just one time, you say what you actually want to say, bro.
Dude, I'm going with the Jets.
Oh, no, you're not.
Hank, we're all going with the Saints. We're messing with you.
Shout out to Shetzel.
Poor Hank, dude.
for
We're
the
making
New
making
York.
his job horrible right now.
I don't know if this pick will stand, but Eddie took the Jets already, too.
Dude,
so.
I don't know, bro. The Jets are a decent team.
No, you're not.
Our defense.
Barring all these
is,
injuries that we've been talking about with the Saints, I
Oh,
don't know.
man.
Well, they're on the offensive side of the ball. You can't get your defense to play offense and
Mm-hmm.
defense. Although at this point, what's the worst that could happen? In all honesty, get
More
DeMar.
injuries.
The one thing I would have to say about the Saints though is your defense is healthy, but they're not playing up to par either.
What? They're the main reason I feel like we're in most of the games because
They kept you guys competitive in that Cowboys game. I will 100% say that. But
and then the Buffalo game too. If you look at how many times or how many plays Buffalo had on our side of the ball on the first half, the game was competitive up until the third quarter.
I'm not gonna say anything about that game because I knocked out the second it started.
But yeah,
Had
they
my
had hella
Thanksgiving dinner
possessions,
knocked
bro.
out.
They had hella possessions on our side of the ball, but we only held them to 10 points, which I thought was fairly impressive and enough to at least keep you up. But, your defense can't be on the field the whole game and expect them to maintain that same type of energy.
Yeah.
When your offense is going 3 and outs or 1 first down, then putting the ball.
It's rough, but you guys at least have an opportunity to become the best team in this circle of fans here while the Dolphins are on their bye week. But, Chris, you have anything else to say about this game?
Zach Wilson is bad. Saints are going to win.
He has a 66%
I hope you guys bang him up, but I hope you guys don't bang him up enough that he can't play next week because I really want the Dolphins to just spank him. Just, destroy him. But we'll move on to
Interesting choices of words you've been using lately.
Oh, my God, Chris.
Just saying, man. This is 2 games in a row where I've been like, woo, okay.
All right. Oh my God! But
Dude,
yeah, you guys were
talking.
talking. You guys were talking about the spread and stuff, dude. Get out of here. Next game we have is the Seattle Seahawks versus the Houston Texans.
Does that mean I have to take the Texans too?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You got to
Full
take the
cowboy
Texans,
on.
dude.
Not happening.
Lock this into the Texans, boys.
Not happening. I already got the Seahawks locked in, baby.
No. Your hat begs to differ, dude. You gotta go full cowboy right now.
I'll put on a Seahawks cap if you got one.
I don't have a Seahawks cap.
Well, with that being said, I am going Seahawks still.
Yeah.
I think it's a clean sweep for the Seahawks.
You think so? Neither team's very good, but
And
The lesser of two evils. You pick the better one.
Was that a confirmation? You're going
Yes, we're all going Seahawks, Hank.
we're all going Seahawks. They're favored 73-27, and Russell Wilson, he's very good, so he went.
Let Russ cook.
quick little nugget for
He's
you
been really
guys.
bad since they took that. You seen that
I
stat?
saw
It's like
He's-
4-12 or something.
No,
Like,
it was like a 10-11 or something. Like he's negative.
It's a
like
losing
he's under
record.
500. Yeah.
But speaking of under 500, did you guys know the Texans are the only team in the NFL that is mathematically eliminated from the playoffs?
I did see that.
For real?
Yes.
Yeah.
The Lions
Saw
aren't.
it on Instagram.
The Lions are not, and they only have one win. No shot. Why
yeah.
is that?
Is this fake news?
Oh, because they're in the AFC. The AFC is pretty competitive. Yeah, you're right.
I trust you, DJ.
Like if you don't have 6 wins at the moment,
Trust them.
Nope.
if you don't have 6 wins in the AFC, you're pretty much eliminated from the playoffs at the moment.
You said it.
Makes sense.
You said it best, buddy. And speaking of 6 wins in the AFC, the next game is the San Francisco Giants at the Cincinnati Bengals.
What are you saying?
He said you gave him a very nice segue.
A nice segue, dude.
San Francisco Giants. That's baseball.
49ers. Ah, dude, cut that.
Dude,
cut
that's
that.
what I'm saying. Dog.
Jeez, that's.
I'm looking
Hey,
out
man,
for you.
That's
Dude.
why you're the host, bro.
That's why I am the host.
Anyways, I already started, so my
Go ahead, lead us off.
good game. Good game, man. Bengals.
Who's playing?
Taking on the 49ers.
Get together, bro.
You're just like giving me some pressure right now, dude.
Get it together. Dude.
I don't like this.
All right, who's playing?
I've already said it 3 times.
Let's
Jit.
get that established
Jeez.
first. Let's get
I
that
said it right
established.
like 3 times. I only messed up once.
The San Francisco Giants versus the
49ers.
Cincinnati Reds.
Yeah, dude. Talking
Cool.
baseball here. We
Bet.
switched it up.
Bet.
Now we're MLB pickers now.
Okay, that's horrible because it's every day.
But yeah, I'm going with the Bengals at home.
Why you sound so sad, bro? I feel like a little kid that got picked on. All right. So for those of you guys who couldn't understand
Speaking
Chris,
of little kids that got picked on, here's Austin to make his choice.
the San Francisco 49ers at the Cincinnati Bengals. San Fran is 6-6. Bengals are 7-5. Bengals are in the hunt to get the AFC North title. And the San Francisco 49ers are knocking on the door of the Rams, who are 8-8. Thank you. Good job. Good sound effect. Who are they? Oh, that's the 49ers at the Rams' door, saying, I want to get in that division race with the Cardinals as well.
Oh.
Woo.
Hello.
Thank you, Chris.
No problem.
Hey-o.
This is tough because I've been riding the Bengals. The Bengals have been pretty decent, but the Niners have been on quite the run lately, and they've found a way to turn their season around.
They lost last week.
Doesn't matter.
That's quite the run, eh?
Doesn't matter. You can say the same thing about your Bears.
We're not talking about them, though.
I'm going Bengals, bro.
Geez, nobody take our advice on this one.
No, at all.
Like, they don't even know who playing. They don't know what they talking
That's what
about.
I'm talking about, bro. You gotta enunciate who's playing.
These guys. But speaking of guys, it depends on which group of Bengals show up, man. Because
that is true.
you know, they're the first team since 2014 to win 4 games by more than 19 and lose by more than 19. That's
Like
they
win
won,
and lose.
yeah,
for it?
win and lose by more than 19 points, multiple games.
Interesting.
Thank you, DJ.
In fact.
Full of nuggets today. Call
Yes,
me.
That
Went to
was a
McDonald's
fun
before
fact.
coming here.
Yeah, call
Got
me
some
DJ
chicken
the
nuggets?
Nugget Gym.
Oh
right
my
now.
god.
Oh.
But yeah, I'm picking the Bengals though. Hopefully Joe Burrow shows up and puts on that good performance we like to see. But I don't know, man. Joey Bosa or Nick Bosa. I don't know why.
Well, Nick Bosa in this game. Joey Bosa for the Chargers.
Yeah, but Nick Bosa, you know, he got like 12 sacks this year already. So
It's been low key.
yeah,
It hasn't been talked about much.
exactly. But yeah, I like the Bengals.
I like the Bengals, but it can go either way. Like I'm sticking with the Bengals, but at the end of the game, I'm not gonna be surprised if San Fran pulls it off somehow. But they are dealing with some injuries. I saw Deebo Samuel got hurt or something like that, so should be interesting. But next game we have the Detroit Lions at the Denver Broncos. Detroit finally got their first win. They're 1-10-1 against the 6-6 Denver Broncos, who just lost to their divisional rival in the Kansas City Chiefs. Going with the Broncos, keeping it simple. I don't think the Lions can keep it moving, but they
No?
not against
No
this Broncos
shot?
team. The Broncos team, I'd say, is better than the Vikings.
No.
Yes.
Fully healthy? No. No, I don't think
No.
so. But the Vikings aren't playing this game, so it doesn't matter.
No.
I'm going Denver, although I would like to see Dan Campbell and them Detroit Lions continue the run, the streak, you know. So,
The streak.
Yeah, 1 game winning streak of balling, dude. Balling,
You
bro.
got
Ball.
1 week to say it too.
I'm going
buddy.
Broncos as well, Hank.
yeah, I'm going Broncos.
Look at a clean sweep, Hank P. We all picking the Broncos.
Hanky P.
Detroit's not
Sorry, Hank.
Yeah.
This is sorry. Hank is a Detroit Lions fan. Shit.
and Hank got to work the old Thanksgiving game for
Yeah.
them, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah. By the way, this is the first 405 game. We'll move on to the next 405 game. We have not the best matchup, but it's a matchup. We have the
Could be a
New York
game.
Football Giants at the Los Angeles Chargers.
Chargers.
Giants lost to the Miami Dolphins down in Miami, and they're 4-8. Chargers 7-5, 1 game off of the AFC West lead. So I still think the Chargers obviously win this game and still remain competitive to try to win the division or at least secure themselves a playoff spot. So lock me in for the Chargers.
Make that 2 of us, Hanky P. It's not really too much to say about the Giants that'll make you be like, oh my God, I'm picking the Giants. Like, you know, they had their early mid-season run where you were like, okay, there they go. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm picking the Giants. I'm picking the Chargers.
You picking the Giants?
No.
What about you, Chris?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the Chargers as well. They are favored by quite a bit in this game too.
For good reason.
Justin Herbert, I like a lot. I think Keenan Allen's out though this game. I forget what happened to him, but I'm almost certain he's out, which I think is pretty big because that's his number 1 target.
But they
But
still have a good plethora of receivers, I think.
yeah, and with Saquon being banged up and Mike Glennon had a really bad game, I think, last week, and Daniel Jones has been hurt too, and
Kenny Galladay got a little nicked up on the Dolphins game.
Kadarius Toney, I think,
He was out
a little
last
hurt
week.
too. So I think you gotta go with the Chargers here.
Yeah, I think it's kind of like a no-brainer. Like, aside from the Giants being inconsistent, they're dealing with a lot of injuries right now, and I feel like the Chargers are really hitting a good stride. So, yeah, definitely go with the Bullets here.
Yeah.
All right. Next, this game will be interesting because me and Chris will be there, and that is the Buffalo Bills at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeehaw, brother.
In Tampa Bay, 4:25 kickoff. Yes, Tampa versus Buffalo, and what we'll be doing, Chris? We'll be working Skycam or something.
Skycam, yeah.
So if you see our little flying camera, that's us.
That's us, eh?
DJ will be going out of town. Sadly, he could not come work with us.
He's having a snack right now.
No, that's
No, you did not. Why are you shaming the boy, bro? Come on, dude.
quietly puts his thumb back in his pocket.
Yeah,
you know?
for real.
Like, all right.
At least he can catch you eating your boogers or something, dude. Well, this is an interesting game because
It is.
I want Buffalo to lose every possible game, but I looked at their schedule and like this is like their only real losable game. Everything else is like, okay, yeah, the Buffalo Bills
They
more than
should
likely
win.
win. Yeah, and then same kind of thing goes for the Patriots. Besides Week 18, so that's tough for the Finns. But that's not the team that are playing. Tampa got a big win against the Colts last time I remember. Who'd they play last week? You guys remember?
Tampa?
Yeah.
They played the Jags, I thought.
No, they played
No,
the Falcons.
the Falcons.
They beat the Falcons.
It was a pretty high scoring game for the Bucs. Like they kept their distance. Like both teams were kind of going back and forth, but they kept their distance.
Yeah.
I remember now. I think Buffalo can have a bounce back game, especially after playing in that terrible condition on Monday night. It's just tough. You're going from playing on a Monday night and then you're traveling down here to Florida to play one of the better teams in the NFL. Even though you just played arguably the best team in the AFC at the moment in the Patriots. So I still don't know who I'm picking here unless you guys have a definite dot.
You got one?
Yeah, I definitely know what I'm picking. But,
Go ahead.
I thought, well, we had this discussion off here.
Yeah.
I'm picking the Buccaneers, man. As you grow older, you get wiser, and one wise thing I know is you don't bet against Tom Brady.
Yeah.
and,
At home.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and he's 32-3 against the Bills, like in his career. So he's 3-0 against Josh Allen since he's came in the league. So I like the way those stats sound to my ear.
Yeah.
And, as much as I like the Bills to win the game, but I don't see them winning this game in particular. Bill Belichick knows what he's doing against those young quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a stat that said, hold on. I'll get back to that stat.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you kind of helped make my decision up for me.
Or Tom.
Well, if you're ready for it, I got you. But
Go ahead.
yeah, I'm gonna go with Tampa Bay as well, just for the mere fact that the Dolphins need the Bills to lose as much as possible. Hopefully, the Dolphins are not tied with the Bills at the end of the season, just because they do have the tiebreaker by winning both games against the Dolphins.
By a lot.
Besides not being biased, I think Tampa is a better team, just slightly though, because I think Buffalo's a really good team. So, gotta give respect where it's due.
I'm going to go Tampa at home, although I had picked Buffalo at first, but like you mentioned, you learn not to bet against Tom Brady at home. Bucks are 5-0 at home as well, and they have one of the highest scoring offenses as well. Buffalo's got one of the better defenses in the leagues as far as yards allowed and turnovers.
They
So-
force a lot of them.
Yeah, so I think it was going to be a really good game.
I think it's gonna be close.
Hopefully we get to watch some of it
Yeah.
while we work. But, yeah, I think it's going to be a pretty good game. Tampa, one of the better passing teams, too. So, you know, he's going to
I'd hope so. They have one of the best quarterbacks in the
he
league.
and wide receivers.
He
Yeah,
throws the
of
ball
course.
like 70 times a game, Tom Brady. So by
Does it a good
default,
40 times, I
Yeah.
think, right?
but-
I think
But-
that's normal for today's NFL too.
No,
Yeah.
well, like 20, 30, but Tom Brady, for him to be that, I just feel like, you know, don't forget to disclaim that either when you're
Or the best
talking
passing
about.
team.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
don't forget to throw that out there.
I mean, you still got to
They have good
throw
options.
the ball and catch the ball, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
Two-way street.
you know
I get
when
what you're
half of your throws are screens, like or extensions of the run game, like they say. You know how many screen passes do you see Godwin catch or
And then we
Mike
saw-
Evans?
Well, we saw the opposite on the last Patriots game. What was Mac Jones, like 8 for 12 or something like that?
What, this past game
Yeah.
on Monday? No, he
was
2 for 3. 19 yards or something like that.
That was it?
Yeah, he was 2 for 3.
Jeez. Well, that's the exact opposite right there. So you can't really do. He was 2 for 3. Holy crap. I mean, Josh Allen didn't play much better. He was 15 for 30.
Yeah.
But still, going Tampa.
At least he actually threw the ball. Well, the Patriots found a way to win. I mean, it's exactly. That's what I'm saying. But it is what it is. So we're all clean sweep for Tampa Bay here. It's a pretty good matchup. But for Sunday Night Football, we have one of the best rivalries in sports, and we can lead it off with Mr. Cowboy Chris Rat.
Oh, man. Well, Joey's coming with us to Tampa to work, and he's a Packers fan. He's worked the podcast a couple times, been on a couple times. I really don't want to listen to him, honestly, at all. And we'll probably ride together.
We'll be finishing up the Tampa Bay game after.
For sure. Like, right when it's starting, we'll be getting off. So we'll probably watch it or listen to it someplace or on the way home or something. We'll figure it out. But I really want to take Chicago, but I need to make points, man. Points up. I got to go Green Bay at home for sure.
Oh, dude. That's just killing your spirit.
Justin Fields is expected to come back, though. Not that should sway you to choose the Bears. But that is news, so might as well bring it up.
Nice. Good news.
You know what else we need to bring up?
What's that, buddy?
That you guys need to win every single game to avoid a losing season.
That's a stinger, dude. I haven't seen, I believe you, but I haven't seen that stat.
Well, no, it's because you guys are 4-8 right now.
That burns, dude.
Once you go 4-9, it's confirmed losing season.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. So
Chris,
thanks
quick,
a lot.
I want to ask you, since we didn't get the chance to talk about it last week, how do you feel about the Bears not firing Matt Nagy?
I know. What the heck?
You're out here.
We haven't talked about this.
You're out here posting on your Instagram story. Christmas came early on Thanksgiving because they're getting rid of Matt Nagy, and he gets a Thanksgiving win.
Wasn't I?
I told you if he gets a win, he's not getting fired.
I know. And I was rooting for the Lions. No, I'm just kidding. I always root for the Bears.
Really? You were there?
I was rooting for the Bears to win. They almost lost, anyways.
I know they almost lost.
I don't know what's going on with that situation. Does it really matter if they fire him halfway through the year?
I'd rather fire him at the end of the season.
Kind of not, yeah. Because unless
the ship, see what happens.
We're not gonna hire somebody that's gonna be there long term, anyways. Mid-season, it's you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, mid-season you just promote from within.
We're not gonna do all these college schools where they're leaving at the end of before the bowl games, which I don't know how you guys feel, but I hate it. There's four big time coaches that aren't going to their bowl games.
Brian Kelly. Crystal Ball.
What's his name that just went to USC?
Oh,
Lincoln Riley. Who they're in the playoff hunt, aren't they?
No, the playoffs is already set.
Well, the playoffs
they
are
were
set,
when he was leaving.
They're winning good games.
Yeah, but the problem is that
they're in the hunt when
Brian
he left.
Kelly for his case is
Brian
they're
Kelly
independent.
Too, yeah,
but I'm saying they're independent, so they don't have a SEC championship game, ACC championship.
He was the only one that because Oklahoma, Lincoln Riley, he announced it after they lost, so he wouldn't have been able to go in.
Yeah.
But
I understand what you're saying.
But anyways, I don't really see us getting somebody like a quality coach halfway through the season. So it's as long as they do it by the end of the year, I'm happy.
The Dolphins had Dan Campbell mid-season. Greatest hire ever. And then he left because we chose Adam Gase. Nah, that's cool, though. But I'm going with the Green Bay Packers. I don't see the Bears winning this at all. Doesn't matter who's quarterback. If it's Justin Fields, Andy Dalton, Nick Foles. It doesn't matter. You can't beat Aaron Rodgers even with a broken toe.
He's a Rex Grossman.
Yeah. Who else? The guy from the 85 team. Come on, Big Bear.
Oh, man, I'm blanking.
Vince
McMahon?
No, not
dude.
Vince McMahon. His last name is McMahon, though.
No chance.
Oh, Jim McMahon. Jim McMahon.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
He's also pretty crazy right now. Had a lot of concussions. Partied a lot.
Yeah. Is that the one that would? Oh no.
The one that wore the headband for the 85 Bears.
No, I'm picking.
TJ, who you going with here?
I'm picking the Bears. I mean, not the Bears, the Packers.
We gotta stop doing that. We've all
been
done.
a big mistake there, dude.
No man.
Yeah,
I'm
he's going
the
with
Packers.
the Green Bay Packers.
The Pack Attack.
Yeah.
Pack Attack. I have a T-shirt that says that.
Really?
With Khalil Mack and everything.
You
Yeah.
should wear it.
Nope, not at
He's
all.
out for the year.
Yeah, I know.
You jinxed him by not wearing it.
Okay. Yeah, my fault. Last but not least, we have everyone's favorite game. We have Monday Night Football,
Dun, dun, dun,
which
dun.
consists of the Los Angeles Rams at the Arizona Cardinals. Good NFC West showdown. These are the top two
Scrumptious.
NFC West teams. Even with Kyler Murray being out, the Cardinals still have found ways
Stay
to win
afloat.
and remain on top of the NFC, not just the NFC West, but the NFC. What I said earlier about the 49ers knocking on the Rams, I totally forgot that the Cardinals were 10-2, so that's a little bit embarrassing. But
Sure is.
it's going to be a tough game. I think the Rams have had a tough stretch of games that have been more so against them, like not in their favor. Unfortunate losses, but it is what it is. And then the Cardinals have just kept on going. So I got to stick with the Cardinals at home, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Rams somehow pull it off.
I'm going to take the Rams.
Okay.
I think they split it. If not, Arizona's
they lost
already.
to the Cardinals earlier this season.
They've already lost, I think, by like 17 or
it was a
something
bad
like
game for
that.
them.
Like, it wasn't that close.
37-20.
But, yeah, there we go. 17, right on the money. But, I don't know. I think the Rams need to win it more. And Cardinals are a little bit banged up, too. I mean, both teams kind of are in their own ways. But, you know, I'm a big Stafford fan, so I think he gets a win here. What do you think, DJ?
Well, I was listening to you until I just saw that Matt Stafford is 5-62 against teams that won 10 games or more. So that's kind of discouraging to pick for the Rams.
Played the Packers a lot late in the season.
I would pick the Cardinals, man. The Rams, you are right. Like, the Rams do need this game more, but the Cardinals just been playing better. Even though the Rams did beat up the Jags. I mean, it's the Jags. Yeah.
It's kind of like one of those warm up games that they do for colleges and stuff. Like they'll put you against like a lesser opponent in the first week just to kind of get your team
ready.
going.
Yeah.
Because they have no preseason.
The Cardinals haven't had a lot of home games yet either. They're only 3-2 at home out of 12
That's
games.
kind of normal at this point in the season. They just
I
came
mean,
off there by 2 weeks.
Yeah,
not
I
this
guess,
past week, but
yeah.
the week before.
But 3-2 is not the best. So I think the Rams have a good shot at winning. Like
They lost to the Packers at home, and then who else did they lose to at home?
the Cardinals.
Yeah.
That was like a Thursday.
Both
night
of their
game.
losses are at home.
Yeah, they lost to Panthers.
Oh, that was a Cam Newton game. Look at him now.
But yeah, so I think it's gonna be a good game.
It should be an interesting game. I think all these NFC West games are interesting, even with Seattle being really low in terms of wins and stuff like that, record-wise. They're still a really good team in that NFC West. Like, next year, I feel like they'll bounce back. But that pretty much wraps it up for Week 14.
Yeah.
Real quick, Hank, turn off the graphic. And, real quick, there's 4 teams on bye. We have the Indianapolis Colts, the Miami Dolphins, New England Patriots, and Philadelphia Eagles, in case you're wondering where the hell those teams are at. They're on their bye week. But I think this is the last bye week, if I'm not mistaken. I think, because usually it was Week 14, but I don't know if they extended it because of the new season. Next week, everyone's back, so we're going to have a full slate of games next week. That's going to be awesome. Fun for me making all these graphics and stuff. But that pretty much wraps up Week 14 for me.
14.
I'm glad the Dolphins do not win or lose this week because that's the best thing about the bye weeks. Your teams never take a step back or take a step forward. Hopefully they try to take a step forward, though.
There you go. This will be the only time I'll be wearing another team colors, too, man. Got to give a quick plug. Rest in peace to my Uncle Raymond. Biggest Cowboys fan I know. Be wearing Cowboys blue this weekend for that guy.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's live.
R.I.P. Unc.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Sorry, bro.
No.
Go Cowboys.
Yeah, go Cowboys one
Go
time.
Cowboys.
That's why he didn't say Cowgirls this week.
They
Makes
won
more
on
sense.
Thursday, too, right?
Sadly.
So,
Yeah, they won.
All right, Chris, any last words?
Hopefully Joey doesn't make me strangle him on the car ride home.
Chris doesn't even know how to act right now.
Oh man, no, should be another good week of football.
Yes.
Hopefully we'll.
So it's a good week of
all
football.
We'll all get to watch some
Win or
games
lose.
and
Yes, sir.
spend some time with friends and family.
Yes, sir.
Good stuff.
All right. Well, I appreciate you guys watching up to this point, and we'll catch you guys next week. Peace.